Alright, so today we're going to be talking about the freshman class. The list for 2022 just dropped yesterday, and a lot of people have been speculating that this fucking class is trash. You know, they say the same thing every year, that this is the worst class to come out, but this is the first time maybe I feel like they actually mean it, you know, just due to the fact that, man, you know, usually when a class comes like the last class, I'll at least know 9 out of the 10 of the people there, you know. Only person I didn't know last year was the OnlyFans girl, and you know, she's a fucking OnlyFans girl, so it doesn't really matter. But on this new list, you know, it's not that I don't know anybody, but I don't listen to half of them. You know, I'm gonna start from the top and make my way to the bottom and tell you guys how I feel about this freshman class. You know, starting with Babytron. Me and Babytron are both from Detroit, so you know, I'm supposed to like his music, but I don't really like his voice. There's nothing against him though. He puts up really good numbers, specifically considering he's from Detroit. You know, it's very hard to break mainstream from here, you know, so I'll give him that. I'll give him a W for being on this list, even though he was the 10th pick, which means that he was picked by, I think, social media or some shit, I don't know. Next up, we got Cochise. I don't really listen to him, you know. His music sounds more like Lil Uzi, Lil Tecca type style, even though I listen to both of them, you know. I just feel like maybe he hasn't reached me yet. Yeah, I listened to a couple of his songs earlier just so I could do research for this video, and they were pretty nice, you know, but I haven't really had him on my radar just yet. Next up, what is that, Saucy Santana? All right, so this might be the most sus take ever, but I don't know what fucking song it was, but I listened to one of his songs earlier, and it was actually pretty catchy, you know. I probably would never listen to it again because I'd get beat up riding through my city. The song was actually pretty nice, you know. I feel like it was pretty different, a lot different than most people, you know what I mean? You know, his style, his flow, he might be able to make it far, you know. I'm not really his demographic, so I can't speak much on it. Babyface Ray, again, we both from Detroit. You know, I've been listening to Babyface Ray for a while now. It's probably been about 8 years I've been listening to Babyface Ray. And it really surprises me that the last few years he's blown up like he has, you know. I'm actually really glad he's here. He's one of the artists on this fucking list that actually has talent. He's very versatile. All right, so next up we got Ken the Man. You know, I'm still trying to figure out why her name is Ken the Man. Maybe I haven't done enough research on her. I haven't really done any at all. But, you know, honestly, listen to her music. She sounded exactly like Megan Thee Stallion to me in the way her flow sounded, her voice and everything, you know. Not necessarily a bad thing considering Megan Thee Stallion's going crazy right now. But then again, I told you, I'm not really her demographic, so I can't really speak on her much, you know. I'm never going to call an artist bad just because I don't personally like their music, you know. Obviously, she's getting views for a reason. I will say she's probably the 2nd or 3rd smallest artist on this list, you know. I'll figure out more as I go. All right, next up, we got Sofaygo, you know. He sounds like a version of Lil Uzi and Lil Tecca had a baby, you know. Only problem is I like both of them, but I don't know if I like Sofaygo. I only listened to one of his songs, but it didn't really correspond with me the way it should have, you know. I'm probably have to give him another try, you know, just to see how it is. But I mean, up until then, you know, he's still not really high up on my list. Next up, we got Big Scar. This is Pooh Shiesty's cousin. He actually got famous because a YouTuber reacted to his video when it had 1 view, and then it fucking blew up, and now he's signed to 1017. I actually really like Big Scar. I feel like his voice is pretty deep. He has like a fucking Young Dolph voice, but with the Pooh Shiesty flow, southern accent with it. Yeah, I actually like fucking Big Scar. I feel like he's a pretty good artist. I wouldn't say he's the most versatile, but I mean, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Same thing with Big 30, you know. Big 30 is a really nice artist. He's an artist that came up with Pooh Shiesty. Again, not the most versatile, but he does be talking a lot of shit. And shit, I mean, like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know. The baby made the same song 100 times and worked on to the neck. Fucking Nardo Wick. I don't know why, but for some reason, I fucking hate Nardo Wick. Maybe it's his voice, maybe it's the fact that his voice sounds like he's always about to fucking choke on something. I can't really listen to Nardo Wick. Anytime I turn on a song, I get upset because his voice just pisses me off. And you know, the lyrics ain't the best. Next up, we got Kaylee. I listened to one of her songs earlier. You know, usually I'm not the demographic for female artists, but I felt like this song was actually pretty good. Probably won't get played in my crib, but that's just because I listen to a different type of music. I still like the lyrics and the flow. They were there. You know, the video was pretty nice. The visuals, you know, I feel like she can make it pretty far. After her, there's the other girl, KC. I also felt like she was very different. For the last few years, it's been a girl, but they always try to bring one conscious artist into this mix, you know, and I kind of feel like that's her. I only listened to one of her songs. I felt like as a female artist, she was definitely putting up a lot of different things than most female artists do, you know. It was a lot different than I usually get from when I listen to a female artist talking about their fucking pussy popping or whatever, you know what I mean? And then last but not least, we got KC. I hadn't heard about him up until today. I listened to one of his songs earlier, and I actually liked it a lot. I saw this comment earlier that said he was a mixture between Playboi Carti and The Weeknd, and I can see it. He has a real nice singing voice, but it also sounds like the baby voice that Cardi had. But I think the main problem between this class and last year's class is there is no main star. For a while, there's always usually at least one person that comes to this thing, and they're the main shit at the time. All of these people are pretty big. Which one of these artists is the biggest artist out of all? Which one is going to hold the most longevity in its name? I mean, even some of the artists from last year aren't even the same comparison to what they were when they were here last year. I just feel like XXL has lost its credibility. You know, at one point in time, I felt like it was a very big thing to be on this list. It was a very big impact on your career. You know, this was like the first step to you making it to the next thing. And now I feel like you come here, it's kind of just like a photo shoot. Shit, I remember when Gunna didn't even want to do the freestyle because shit, you know, the style ain't free. I mean, I feel like every year they say the fucking freshman list is trash, and then, you know, that same freshman list goes on and does a bunch of big things. So how do you feel? I don't listen to as many of these artists as I should. Some of you probably do. Let me know in the comments who you think the biggest is, who has the most longevity. Is this list trash? Let me know. Appreciate you for watching. Thanks.